lost. No one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Oh, yeah, them funky beats. Let's see if we get everybody unmuted here. Unmute the lot of ya.
I'll not be unmuted by you, sir.
There we are. Woo! New mentions. Woo.
Here we are.
All right. Yeah. D&D. Sunday. Hey, what happened to my immersion curtain?
Oh, there's a crack in the curtain.
Pay no attention to that man.
Yeah. So I heard from Ragnar. He is exhausted. He will not be joining us.
Boo. Boo. All he has to do is stand there and carry a window.
I know.
Ragnar.
Swing his axe once in a while.
Ragnar. He'll be back one day. We'll get him.
He may drop by the chat. We'll get him back one of these days.
Beaver get him. You should have pre-recorded statements. We can play throughout the night. Wow, welcome. Holy cow, UPM Gaming. Sunday night, Labor Day weekend, playing the Under the Pale Moon 5e homebrew game. Man, we're on episode 16. I totally forgot to put episode 15 on YouTube, so remind me to do that. Lean Driver came by. Whoa! Got the hype going on, man. That's awesome. We play early now. What do we play? We play 9 to 11? No.
9 to 11. Well, 9 to 12.
12.
9 to 12.
A lazy 12.
Yeah. Lazy 12, yeah.
People falling asleep, we end the stream. All right. But, you know what? I'm going to... Oh, actually, I don't have that. I was going to say I could put my overlay on here for subs and cheers, but I don't have it ready to go. So anyway...
I was going to say, you could just put it in your stream title. I put the thing in the hosted stream channel on my title on mine.
Oh, really?
Just that September thing. Just in case anybody fall asleep and didn't remember.
Yeah, that's true. September, man. All right, I'm gonna add it in. But anyway, last week in the game, we started off. It's been 2 weeks. We've been out. Last week we couldn't play. I had something going on. I can't remember what it was. So
you didn't write anything.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Why do I keep going out of focus? Stop going out of focus. Goddamn camera. Cheap $2 thing. Okay, so we went to a guild house up in a very strange place on top of a crooked path that was home to one of Mr. Jackson's fellow companions from his guild of pirates. I know it started with an F. What was his name? Why do I keep going blurry?
Fergus Grillem.
Fergus. All right.
Fizzban the Fabulous.
Fergus the Monk, where you guys were going to get your butts kicked by him, but Clairval managed to charm him and turn the tide. Turn the tide so that he didn't join you, but he was leading you somewhere for better or for worse. He ended up leading you off into a mist, so to speak, along the path until you couldn't see. May had helped with her survival ranger skills to avoid some holes in the path and bring us through the mist, where we lost track of Fergus. We don't know where he went. He vanished. At that point, we found some oddities. Some boats were upside down in the air, and we used them as stepping stones to get up to a higher part of the ledge. There we found a chest with some unique items inside. I think we found figurines of wondrous power and pocketed those before we made our way forward. I forget the transition, but we then found ourselves falling at one point as we were aiming for a portal of light in what appeared to be kind of like very, very quick starlight as we were zooming through. Made our way through the portal and ended up in a large room made out of the odd metal with constellations all over the walls. Used some skills and some luck to manipulate some of the spheres and stars on the wall, along with a construct that May got into the mind of and commanded. In the end, she kind of came up with a unique idea to have the construct carry her while she lived through his eyes. You guys made your way, or you met a celestial dwarf who gifted you an axe made out of starlight, and made your way into a tower beyond, which the dwarf told you was Raywind's tower. Made your way into this tower with these odd pipes on the walls and little constructs here and there. One large construct was repairing some pipes, and there were some aberrations in a closet that almost got you. Came out of there, and you made your way up and around to various rooms where you saw some inscriptions on the walls. Looked like someone who went mad was writing on the walls. As well, you came across a dead adventurer right at the end. Dead adventurer, a ghost from his remaining body was there, and he gifted you his staff to Clairval. Before moving on, he had mentioned something about a cube, Raywind's cube, before he passed. He was still anchored here. He couldn't completely escape, but he'd gone from our vision. And I think that's where we were. As I cue the background wind. And that's where you guys were. That's where we ended last time, I believe. Just gonna check another part of my notes, but that's where you should be. Yeah, right there, number 6, the Dead Adventurer. Oh, so what do you want to do this week? We got a lot of people back, which is good. We're missing May and Ragnar, but we got Jackson.
Yes, welcome back, Jackson.
It's good to be back.
Oh, Mr. Cow at the church. And now you make me want to put up the cheerleader, not the cheerleader, but the leader of cheers emote, or overlay.
You could try to put it up when you have a free second. Anyways, so we're at another dead adventure, or the same dead adventure spot?
Same dead adventure. This was a dead adventure that looked like a wizard of some type, and he, or a cleric, we don't know. He was in robes. He had died, and in his on his body, he had a staff, which he suggested to Clairval that Clairval take the staff and help him on his adventure. And there was some discussion there, of which he said, "Stop, Raywind, don't let him succeed," and that there was a cube. He had mentioned a cube, Raywind's cube.
Gloob's here.
Gloob, it's hi there. I'm in school and I can be in this room today. Yeah. This is Education 101. This is learning D&D.
Yes, you learn how to roll
Dungeon
dice.
Your Dragons.
Dungeon Your Dragons, yes.
Welcome. So, that's where ye be. May, of course, is now on autopilot. She is a construct.
Yep.
Following along.
I'm assuming that I'm assuming that Clairval, you already searched the corpse.
Yes.
Find anything interesting?
I didn't find it. He gave me the staff.
Oh, nice.
Seemed pretty nice.
Yeah. Got the Dead Adventurer staff. That was pretty sick.
So what does the staff do?
We haven't had it identified yet.
Unfortunately.
All right, so what's this room look like?
All right. You, sir, have gone through a door. Previously, you were in a room where there was a blood-stained slab of metal in the middle of the room with several small spider-like creatures with bronze plating scampering across the room. So you'd come up the stairs, you'd seen writing on the wall, and then you had seen these little brass, for lack of a better term, spiders running across the room. You went through a door and you came into here. And in here, it was a Dead Adventure, and there was a statue on the far right-hand side of Raywind himself. And then there was a door to the north in the room. The rest of the room seemed similar to the rest of the tower, with some odd pipes running along the walls. very odd sounds within the tower itself, and a feeling of uneasiness in here.
Okay. And just to remind Jackson, I I borrowed the walking cane. I needed it to keep the spiders at bay, or at least they seem to be at bay from the.
I
The
did
walking
rewatch
staff.
the stream that I was not
did
there
you?
for.
Okay. So is there any? You said this is a hallway, or there's a door somewhere.
You're in a room. You're in a complete
room.
room. That to your behind you, or to your left, we're going to use is a door that you've just come through. To the north is another door, closed. To the
Okay.
right is a statue of Raywind and the dead adventurer. And to the south are pipes along the walls. You have initially come from the left through a longer room that ran north, through a door to stairs to the first floor. You're on the second
and
floor.
that had the spiders in it.
Correct.
Okay. And the spiders didn't follow us.
Uh,
Sorry, you cut out there.
no, I stopped.
Oh,
You didn't pay attention to that. You just made your way through the room, and they kind of moved out of your way as you went through the room. And that's where EB.
All right, I'm going to check out the. Let me go take a look at those pipes.
All right, you make your way over again to the pipes on the wall, and you recognize this similar as on the first level. On the first level, when you first came in and went to the right, there was a room where a large automaton, or robot, for lack of a better term, construct, was working on the pipes. He seemed to be repairing them. Big brass pipes that are attached to the wall. They seem to be running throughout the tower itself. These ones are the same, and as you get near them, you can hear sounds coming from them. Not voices, but just sounds. Sounds kind of like a gas. Air moving within the pipes, but also something else, an odd clicking sound coming from within.
Of course. I was just gonna ask if there was any noises, like clicking sounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I determine which way they're headed?
All right, yeah, very good. All right, give me something there. What do you want to do here? You want to
What do we got
investigate? You want to
here? We do,
perceive? How do you want to look at this?
Let's do a perception check.
All right.
20.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you investigate the pipes going on the walls, and you can see that they run vertical. So they were going below into the floor and above into the ceiling to the next floor. Your knowledge of the layout of the tower so far, the first floor, would put the room where the construct was working on the pipes directly below where you are now.
Okay.
And above that, they would go up and disappear somewhere into the ceiling to the next floor.
So whatever's in there is going up.
It's going up, it seems to be, or going down.
So I can't actually tell.
I mean, how are you going to tell? The pipes go to the roof and to the floor. You saw them on the first floor.
Yeah,
You-
the ticking sound.
The ticking, with a 20, okay. With a 20?
Yeah.
Currently, with a 20, they're going down.
Going down. Okay. Okay. So just gonna relate back to them. It sounds like there's more of those spider things crawling through these pipes, and they're headed down. At least that's what I gather from tracking the sound.
Tess, do these spider things mean anything to you?
All right, Tess will say, well, they're not from the far realm. They're constructs.
Give us your standard answer, Tess.
It's been many years in this dungeon, in Raywind's dungeon. Perhaps no one still lives to take care of this place. Maybe he's created these to keep things going while others die.
He's
The
just
dwarf.
keep himself company.
The dwarf did say it had been some time since anyone went through the portal.
That's what she gives you.
So still in the room we have the dead body, which Clairvel's already gone over, underneath the statue. Anybody checked out the statue?
Jackson will go and inspect it.
All right, you make your way over to the statue. Again, it's a statue of Raywind, which we've seen before. At one point, we saw a statue of him holding his cane, and his cane was real, which we removed from the statue, causing another spirit at that time to come out. But Clairvel had charmed it and made it let us pass without incident. This one here looks completed out of brass. 100%, the entire statue. Nothing on it seems true to life or made out of anything else other than brass. However, it looks very similar to some of the constructs in here.
I'm gonna knock on it, see if it's hollow.
All right, make your way over and kind of knock on the brass plating. It's very very solid. Not solid in the way of like a solid brass cast statue, but like plating with something behind it. So it doesn't echo. You don't knock on it, it's hollow. But you can definitely tell that it's heavy. There's plates on this statue, but it's not all one solid piece. It's not poured or anything like that.
I'm gonna go join him and take a look at the situation of the actual figure. What's its stance?
All right, so his stance is similar to how we've seen him. He's portrayed. He has noble's clothing. He has one hand kind of like in his noble's jacket, the other holding his staff. He's kind of looking up and beyond as if standing on the edge of some kind of great ledge, looking out over beyond. With your natural 20 from earlier, we're in the same room, and your perception, you can see separation between the joints of this statue. You can see clear lines on the arms, legs, and other such parts of the body.
And he has a staff.
He does have a staff. Staff is not made out of any type of material other than the brass.
The brass or bronze,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so so it looks like the arms are free of the rest of the body. They're not attached. Like the staff is not attached to the feet or anything like that.
Correct. Everything looks independent. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and raise his staff, not like the actual brass staff, not my staff. Or cane. I'm gonna raise his cane.
All right, you're gonna reach over and try to manipulate
the
arm with the cane up. All right.
I want to see if it. We haven't tested the door yet, but I want to see if it does anything to the door.
All right, you do so. You raise the arm with the cane upwards with a couple clicks. You hear some gears kind of move, and you hear some clicks until the arm is raised up with the cane. With that, two things do happen. A small room to the far right opens in the wall, so part of the wall gives way, revealing a tiny, almost closet-like 5-foot area. And the door above you to the north does kind of click open and just kind of hang a little bit. You know what I mean?
So it's just like the latch came loose.
Latch came loose.
Not full swing open.
Correct.
Well, that was something, eh? And we didn't die. So
I'm also gonna go ahead and take a look and follow where the statue is looking to see what it's looking at.
Ah, all right. Good idea. Make your way over and inspect the statue and see where he's looking. Up and over against the southern wall. Southern wall had the pipes, but only at one spot. Taking the time to look where the statue of Raywind is looking, up near more of the top of the wall, you can see an indentation in the stone, kind of like a small cubby hole cut in the stone up there, just about say 8 feet or so up near the top of the wall.
Jackson will take a hop and see if he can look in there.
All right, using your jump ability, you kind of walk over, hop up, grab the ledge, look up and peer inside. Inside you see a single lever standing kind of tipped back in the cubby hole.
I'm gonna relay that to everyone
Okay.
and ask if anyone has any way that they could maybe pull the lever in there.
All right, so he tells you he sees a lever in there, and
Yeah.
it's kind of notched back a bit.
So he can't reach the lever.
Well, I mean, he probably could, but he's just...
I've taken a
Talking.
beating, and
Yeah.
I've been healed
Okay.
a little bit, but
Little baby.
considering that one of us has learned telekinesis of some
Yes.
sort,
Yeah.
I figured that's safer than sticking my arm in there.
Yeah,
Yes, I am right now.
Otherwise, I could toss the rope up to you. You could tie it around, and I could pull it.
I can just use the telekinesis on it.
Oh, if you want to.
Let
It's
Charles
not too-
Xavier do it.
If it's not too much trouble.
Well, there's too much trouble. You still want me to do it? Use telekinesis to pull the lever.
All right, you stand back and you cast telekinesis up and into the cubby hole, moving the lever forward with a click.
I can just see him like standing there in his shiny shirt, going, waving it away.
Make the lever move forward with a click. As you do so, you can hear noise coming from the small 5-foot room on the right-hand side. You can hear almost like a ventilation as you hear the moving of air quickly out of the room.
Uh-oh.
You're breathing fine, nothing like that.
Okay.
Just you can hear a rush of air almost being flushed out of that other room.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look in the other room.
All right, make your way over and peer inside. It's a 5-foot little room. As you look in, you can see more pipes on the walls in this room, and 2 large, almost like would-be air ducts to the north and south of the room.
And what's their kind of state? Are they open? Are they?
They're just tiny, and they have like a grate in front of them. Putting your hand into the room, you can feel the movement of air. The air is going into them. The air is being removed from the room, ever so slightly. At the center of the room, there is a wooden stand with a single book upon it
In the 5-foot room?
in the 5-foot room.
Okay.
Book itself has a golden embossed cover with gemstones on it and images of humanoids carved into it, as well as a latch on the side to keep the book shut.
I'm gonna grab the book
Okay.
and move back with the party and say we should. The air is slowly being drawn out of this room. We should probably go through the door on the north wall there and continue away. I also found this book.
As you go into the room to grab the book, you do step on something. You pick the book up and you can see momentarily a cloud of a darkened gas flood into the room from below the pedestal where the book is. However, with the ventilation type thing active, it immediately sucks the gas out of the room.
Oh, good.
Nothing affects you, and you step back into the room with the rest of the party, showing them the book.
I also tell them about the trap.
All right.
So this place is trying to kill anyone who comes in here.
Make
So
a
how
roll.
do we convince it to not be trying to kill us?
What's that?
How do we convince it to not try to kill us?
Well, I'm not sure of that yet. All I know is that the air rushing out of that room sucked the whatever it was that came at me out of the room as well. I'm not saying it didn't deposit
Sounds like
another
Ray
room that
Wind
we're going to
knows
walk
what's
into,
happening.
but
Are in here, and we just got lucky on that one because
yeah.
that's probably how he would have shut it off. So,
Is it
I
gems
don't
and
like
people?
saying this, but we're gonna have to be cautious looking through the rooms.
I'm only saying that because you're low on hit points.
Absolutely. Jackson will full on admit that. Yeah, if I could take the hits, I'd do it.
All That reminds me, where's your overlay up? Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh yeah, Jackson doesn't show up on the overlay.
Yeah, for some reason. That's all right.
Oh, the D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It only shows for whatever reason. It only shows 4.
We'll have to fix that eventually.
Actually, it's supposed to bump out to the next, but I don't see an error in it. Anyways, I think we should move out of this room and see what else is ahead of us. Unless you have something else to do with the statue. Anyone?
No.
All right, I'll go over and push the door open a little further and see what's going on inside.
I'm just trying to play with the D&D Beyond. You're going in the door room, I'm sorry?
I'm going to open it up and just peer in.
Okay. Open it up and you peer inside the doorway. Inside the doorway, you can hear... you can immediately see a ladder. So a ladder goes up to the floor beyond. Trapdoor above. Standard wooden access hatch. And you can hear, with your perception from earlier, you can hear... it sounds like the rushing of steam above.
Okay. The ladder is across the room or it's right inside the door?
Right across from the door, right north.
Across the door, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else in the room that I can determine?
I look around the room and you don't see much else. No, it looks pretty plain. Pretty small, like another 5 foot or so corridor.
Okay, but no other hatches or doors, just that.
Correct. Yes.
Well, looks like we're going up. Sounds like steam above, so I don't know.
Hope we don't get baked.
Or boiled.
Powered stuff.
I will ascend the ladder and test the door.
All right. You go up the ladder, climb up the ladder, and there's a hatch above. You push the hatch open. Look up. The sound is louder, obviously, having moved the hatch. And you make your way up into what appears to be another little 5 foot room, but this time with the door to the south. So where the door is below is where the door is above. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
All right. As you stand up there, you can hear noise coming from the room to the south, beyond the closed door. Sounds like rushing steam.
All right. I'm going to wait till everybody gets up here. Is the door open or is it closed?
Door is closed.
Door's closed. Okay, get everybody up here. I'm assuming all of us will fit in the 5 foot room.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Close the hatch to the ladder.
Okay.
And touch the handle of the door.
All right, good idea. Touch the handle of the door. It is not hot.
Okay.
Yep.
Open the door.
All right, you open the door.
Steam.
You're looking.
Newell greets you at the door.
You look into a larger room. A big rectangular room heading off to. We're gonna continue on with the left or west side of the tower, because now you're coming down, but so not to your left, it'd be to your right technically. A large rectangular room that walks out into almost an L-shaped pattern of just a normal floor. Pipes are on the southern wall, but there's a pipe coming in from the far side, the west side or left-hand side of the room, if we're looking from the south up, that is on a raised platform going beyond, that is shooting steam into the room. Pipe is broken on the far west part of the wall. It doesn't look like the other pipes that come up through the floor. Pipes that come up through the...
Hold on a second.
Yep.
We're facing south?
Well, here's where I'm getting a direction a little confused.
Yeah, me too.
You went north, but then you turned around, and now you're coming down south. So it's almost backwards. So I'm just doing it as if we're looking eagle-eye down.
South. Okay.
Eagle-eye down on the tower.
So the north wall is the door we're coming through.
North wall is the door you're coming through. You're going south.
Okay.
As you go into the room goes to the west. The room is a long rectangular room where about halfway through it goes up onto a higher portion of the room. the part you come into is a lower portion of the room. The pipes are in line on the southern wall, continuing upwards. However, there's a independent pipe attached to a wheel on the far west side of the room that's ruptured and shooting steam into the room, thus making it difficult to see on the far western side of the room. You can make out a door to the north, almost identical to the door you just came through, but on the far west part of the room.
On the same wall.
On the same
Or
wall.
on the-
Yep,
on
on
the
the same
north or
wall.
the
On the same northern wall.
On the same northern
Yep.
wall, okay.
Yep.
But to the west.
To the west, on the raised part of the room.
On the raised part of the room. Okay. I'm trying to jot this down. I don't know if it looks anything like.
I can
what
make a
you're
piss.
saying.
I can make a piss poor map.
If only if you have it quick there.
Yeah, don't worry.
Anything on the eastern wall that we can see?
Eastern wall is pretty plain. Just straight stone so far as you can tell. Floor is pretty bare there. Goes down goes down to the pipes which are attached to the wall. Then there's the like a couple steps, maybe 2 to 3, going up to the higher part of the floor to the west.
Is there anything moving around in this room?
So where you are, no,
Yeah. No.
because you can see pretty clear on the lowered part of the room. On the raised part of the room in the west, it's hard to tell anything because of
Steam.
steam going into the room, obscuring some things.
Okay. Can any of us determine what the use of this room is?
How do you want to do that? Maybe backgrounds or skills or something that you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we've been going through quite a few of these different rooms. I'm just trying to get a handle on what this contraption could be used for.
That's a great idea.
Steam powered anything. I got nothing.
Okay. Well, while we're scratching our heads, I'm going to walk over to the. I'm going to survey the floor
Okay.
and walk over to the wheel and try to shut off the steam.
All right, you're gonna go to the far west.
I'm
part.
assuming that it turns off the steam.
That's a good idea. If you're gonna go to the west part of the room on the raised platform, where does everybody else want to go?
Oh, is it on the raised platform or is it down below the raised platform?
On the raised platform.
Oh, it is. Okay. So
You're gonna
in the steam.
be basically walking up 2 stairs into steam, through the steam towards the wheel.
Gans, come with me.
All right, Gans will go with you. Anybody else, or everybody want to stay at the eastern?
I'll say
Jackson
we're
will suggest that Habe go because he knows that he's a little bit better with fire
Okay.
damages.
Okay. Clarell, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna stay where we came in at.
Okay. All right. So you three, Gans, Kylok, Habe, gonna make your way to the eastern half of the room through the steam towards the wheel. Every once in a while through the steam you can see the wheel, and you can make out the door to the north end of the room as you go. I'm gonna roll some numbers here. Let's see. Whoa. 12. Does a 17... What does 17 get you, Kylok?
Yes, my armor class is 15.
All right. So overall, because of the rules, everybody roll initiative first.
14.
1.
8.
What? No.
Not natural, but 1.
Oh my God, there's so many 8s tonight. Okay, I'm gonna put you...
What did Clarabelle roll?
14.
14.
Okay, all right.
2 8s.
8s! Okay, so we are gonna have Clarabelle with the 14. Who I guess we're gonna have Kylok with an 8.
Which who's staying out of the fight? Are the
We're
two
gonna have
player characters staying out of the fight?
Ragnar. Ragnar and May stay out of the fight. to be honest. And we'll have Clairvel, Kyloke. We'll have Gans, Habe. So Gans, Habe, Tess, and Jackson. There. As we enter the room. Okay, as you make your way east into the steam, something from above kind of reaches down and wraps around you, pulling you upward, as well as Gans. So Gans and you get pulled up into the darkness and the steam of the higher part of the room. People at the far end of the room, Clairvel, Jackson, Tess, can see that happen, but can't determine 100% what's there with the obscurity up top. So Clairvel, you would be first, and you would see the outline or shadow or part of Kyloke as he gets grabbed and pulled upwards.
All right. So does it look like something within the steam is grabbing him, or is it the steam itself that seems to be grabbing him?
Seems like something within.
All right.
There was a creature of some type.
All right. So what's our distance? Like, what's my distance from him?
You are 15, 20, 25. You're about 30 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to use my telekinesis to try and push the thing that's grabbing Kyloke back.
Okay.
So I need a strength check.
11.
No. So it gets pushed back 5 feet.
All right, perfect. Okay. Thing gets pushed back 5 feet. You can hear an inhuman scream come from above as you do that.
And
Kyloke.
it would probably dissipate some of the steam, like right around that as well.
Kind of push the steam back. You see a long, gangly creature, which you, being a bard of great knowledge, would know as a choker.
Oh, good.
Mr. Kyloke, you right now are technically grabbed. You're grappled.
Okay.
You can escape if you wish, of course, or you can try to attack with disadvantage.
I will try to escape.
All right, if you're going to escape, use a dexterity-based escape. Athletics, acrobatics, whatever you want to do.
23.
Ah, nice. All right, you're able to, on your turn, use your action to escape. You, with the pushback of the character, you're able to wiggle free from his long appendage type thing and drop to the floor below. It's not that far of a fall. You're not going to take damage. You're very agile, able to land on your feet with that roll. You're down on the ground below. That's your action. You can still move. You can still interact.
I can see this thing now, right?
Yeah.
Can I draw my bow and shoot?
No, action. That's an action.
No, okay. I'm going to... Actually, can I grab Gans?
Gans would have got pulled up.
Okay, so I can't reach him.
Can't reach him.
Okay, I'm going to move back.
All the way back?
To a more safe distance.
All right, you move just outside of the steam on top of the raised platform, about halfway through the room. That's a good spot. Gans is up top. He's going to try to escape as well. He's going to get... he did it. Gans gets out, again, drops to the ground himself, goes, whoa, what the hell is that? And then moves back to where you are, starts pointing up
Gonna be lunch for Jackson.
to where the creature is. Habe himself is on that side of the room, and can look up and can see the creature. And Habe, whose stats I don't have right in front of me, but are a couple pages back, I think. There they are. All right. We'll throw his trusty boomerang. Yeah, with an 18. Nice. All right. And Habe is going to do some damage. He'll throw the boomerang up, hit one of the creatures as it shouts out, and he himself is going to back up to where you guys are about halfway through the room. Tess at the far end of the room can't get a clear view of the creature. She knows they're somewhere up there, but not 100% where. And we'll wait. And Jackson, your go.
All right. Surveying this room, does it look like there's something feeding the steam into the room?
Yeah, so at the far west, there is a pipe on the wall about 3/4 of the way up that is broken and shooting a steam into the room.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to go ahead and toss my trident at the one that did try to grab Kylok.
All right. Stand back and check the trident where you saw the creature last.
Yep. One yeet at 21 to hit.
Nice. Okay.
And 6 damage.
Oh, there you go.
And hearing that connect, I'm going to charge at it and go for a shield bash to try to knock it prone.
You would have to jump because he's in the air.
How much is the distance between us?
You are about 30 feet away, and he's up in near the ceiling.
Yeah, I'll use my full movement to do that.
Okay. Gonna give a jump in there?
Yeah.
All
That'll
right.
be strength versus either his strength or dex to do that.
Oh, 10.
That's also a 10. It goes to defender, so nope. He's
All
not
right.
prone.
You run across the room, jump up into the air, and attempt to shield bash him. You hit him, but do not knock him prone. Clarvel.
Are we saying there's more than one of these things?
Pretty sure there's 2 up there.
Okay.
These are not in plain view.
The one that I pushed back, look at it. You thought you were coming down for an easy meal, but this guy's eyeing you up for a snack. You must be running while you can. Vicious mockery.
It's just mockery.
10.
No. 4 points of psychic damage, disadvantage on your next attack roll.
All right, nice. All right, disadvantage on that guy. Kylok. Kylok, you move back halfway through the room. You can see upwards. It is dark up there near the ceiling, and the steam is kind of blocking your view. You know that there's about 2 creatures up there, but you don't have 100% fix on either one of them.
Okay, I'm going to shoot one with an arrow. I'm going
Alright.
to shoot up there with an arrow and see if I can hit one.
Gonna give you disadvantage, but shoot.
Okay. $17. And then what's the disadvantage?
I gotta roll d20 again.
Roll it again, okay. Oh, that time only 9.
All right, so you shoot up towards where you thought the creature was, but he's moving around in the mist, unable to strike him. Shoot off into the distance. It's only your attack. Do you want to move? Do you want to do anything
Yeah,
else?
I'm gonna actually move away from them, but closer toward the wheel, since
Okay.
I'm still up on that raised level.
Okay. Go about 3/4 across the room then. And you can see him more clearly above now at this point. All right, Gans. Gans has a rapier. He doesn't really have a lot ranged type weapon. He will move up to where you are though, and he'll look up and see the creatures up there and prepare a ground attack for when they come down. Habe, if you guys are moving up and you get a better view, he'll do the same. He has a boomerang. He'll throw it. Hey, you got another 18. Woo! Habe's awesome. And Habe will hit, doing some damage with his boomerang up top. Tess at the far end of the room will look to about where Clarvel shot, or aimed his spell rather, and take a blind shot with disadvantage, of which she'll miss, but she'll shoot a Eldritch Blast across the room and up there. And Jackson, you are below with Kylok and the rest. You can see the creatures above.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my next weapon, which is gonna be the short sword that I got.
Nice.
Go ahead and stab upwards with that.
Okay, you kind of got to jump.
That is a 10 to hit.
Oh, not enough. You do a nice jump. You can get upwards, but the creatures kind of scurry out of the way as you strike upwards.
And I'm just gonna bonus action the trident back to my other hand.
Oh, nice. Okay. Shh.
So I do not have shield right now, in case you're doing calcs for that.
Drop the shield. True. All right, Clarvel, top of the
I haven't
round.
put it on.
Can I still see the one that I was insulting last time?
Yeah, in my opinion, you've locked eyes with where he is. You've got the idea where he is, so...
I'm trying to do the right thing. I understand you're just looking for a meal. This is not going to be an easy one. Get out of here while you still have your teeth to chew on your next one, hopefully.
8.
No. 3 points of psychic damage.
Damn.
Disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Okay. All right. Put him right there. Kylo.
All right, I have a clear view of them now, right?
Got a clear
view.
Clear view.
How close am I to the wheel now?
You're at the wheel.
Okay, I'm going to actually use my... now, if I use my action, I can turn the wheel, and then what do I have left? Just a movement?
Interaction to turn the wheel, so you can still do an action and a movement.
Okay, I will turn the wheel.
All right, use your interaction, turn the wheel. Essentially, you hear it seal off the steam. No more steam is pouring out into the room. Creatures are above where it's dimmer light, but you can see in the dark, so it doesn't bother you at all. You see 2 of these creatures up there. They look humanoid, stretched out with long limbs. They are called chokers, which you may or may not have come across as a folk hero at one time. Generally lurk up top and grab or strangle the prey below. That's what these creatures are doing. What do you wish to do?
I can't attack, right?
Yeah,
I
you can. Still got your full action.
So I will. I'll take a shot at one of them.
Okay.
No disadvantage this time, right?
Nope. Full sight.
18.
Nice.
And D8. 5 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay, that's awesome. Long story short, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go Habe. Habe is gonna whip a natural 20 on his. Habe's awesome on his boomerang. He's gonna critical.
Maybe we can replace Jackson with Habe.
Tess at the far end of the room can now see. She will target the weakest one, and she will fire into the room, doing some damage with her spell. Jackson.
I'm going to go with the short sword again.
All right.
Connect.
Go for it.
That's a 14 to hit.
Yeah, there you go.
And that is 9 damage.
Just see this fish guy leaping around, slashing it.
Pulls out his sword, he jumps up in the air, yeah, stabs at the thing.
Slash, slash.
Slash, slash. Comes back down. Creatures
That'll be
go.
my- Yep.
Creature himself, one of them that is severely wounded. You notice he is, where are we at here? He's scurrying his way across the wall towards the northern door. The other one, who is still pretty much untouched at this point, is going to aim down below at the 4 of you. So we'll do Kylo.
Advantage?
What's that?
Is this the one with disadvantage?
One with disadvantage is the guy who's the most hurt.
Okay.
He is scurrying towards the northern door. The other guy, who is in relatively good shape, does not have disadvantage, is going to look down at the 4 below. We're going to do Kylo 1, Gans 2, Habe 3, Jackson 4. He's going to attempt 2. He's going for Gans. Going to attempt a choke on him. Oh, with a natural 20. Shoots his appendage down, wraps it around Gans, and hoists him up. Essentially, of course, they're now considered in the same space. If you were to attack, you had a chance to hit Gans. This is the creature's turn.
Like I said, goodbye, Gans.
He's got him. Clairval.
Look over at the one that's choking Jans.
Okay.
Let go of my friend. You're about to bite off a lot more than you can chew.
12.
Wisdom saving throw.
I got the 12.
Nope. 3 points of psychic damage.
Alright, that guy's starting to take damage. Got him. Kylo. You see the one guy going for the northern door. Now he's not going directly for the door. He's on the roof, and then Gans and the other guy right above you.
I can't actually determine which one's which up there, right?
Yeah, you can see the one going for the door is definitely...
No. Which one? Which between Gans and the beast, because they're together.
Just because they're grappled, they're technically sharing a space.
I will aim at the other one.
Okay.
And shoot. 19.
Oh, wow, nice.
Oh, nice. 11.
11 damage. Yeah.
I got an 8 on the die.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Okay, you hit him hard with an arrow, like boom. You hear him kind of scream out and start to wiggle and shake up there, having like a spasm as blood pours from your recent wound down, splashing on the floor below. Gans is up top. He is going to attack with the rapier with disadvantage in the grapple. Oh. Yeah, he's going to hit. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Gans is going to do some damage to that creature. As he attacks upwards at him. Habe on the ground. Habe is a reckless pirate. He's going to whip his boomerang straight up at that one, attempting to hit the creature, not hit Gans. So he will say, high is the creature. 69. 69. It is high. He hits the creature. With 14, he's going to do it. Boomerang damage. Nice, Habe. All right, Tessa at the back of the room. She will go for the one that you've mortally wounded near the door on the roof. Aim her spell. But miss anyway. She's going to try.
Oh.
Jackson.
Okay. How far away from Gans is the one that's mortally wounded?
He would be... Where's my image? 10 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and check this real quick. I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try to grapple that creature and see if I can drag it closer.
You're going to run, jump up, and grapple?
Yeah, see if I can drag it closer to Gans.
All right.
That's the wounded one?
Yep.
The wounded one. All right, you run, you leap into the air, go for the grapple.
That is a... Sorry.
I got an 8.
15.
You got him. You leap up there, grapple him, and then as you fall, what do you want to do? Throw him up towards Gans?
Nope. I'm going to walk towards Gans and this other choker that's on him. I'm just going to calmly say, this is what's going to happen to your friend if you don't let my friend go.
Ah,
I'm just gonna
okay.
start squeezing.
You got to start bear hugging him? All right, I got you. Oh, interesting.
Intimidate the other one into letting go.
Give me an intimidation roll.
That's the 11. Let's see if it understands that.
It does understand that. All right. It's the creature's turn. Creature will drop Gans. It releases him from the top of the wall. Gans drops below. With a 1, not gracefully, onto his face on the floor.
Face plant. Well, it's better than being choked.
The creature that you're grappling will try to escape. It has the ability or the chance to strength versus strength or whatnot. It's going to go for the strength, so give me a
17.
17. You got him. You did make it. The one up top watches. It fully understands what you said in your threat. You have the creature in its hands. In your hands, it's bleeding. It's hurt. The other one up there is watching as if intelligent and not pursuing the battle at the moment. Clairval.
You heard what he said. You made the smart move to let go of our friend. Now be gone from this place, and do not darken our sights again. I do not take an attack.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to tell him. Okay. All right. You see it scurry across the rooftop to the northern wall. back towards the door that you just came through, but with an eye on the other creature.
Jack
Making,
through.
Yep, I will reach up and put it back onto the roof.
all right, you release the creature back upwards. The creature holds its wounds, but will move towards its companion. They seem to move to the northern door that you guys have come through together, and will watch you as they go, and they will make their way kind of down a little bit through the door and close the door behind them. You're in the room alone. It's quiet.
Those were some surprisingly polite creatures, Jackson says, watching them close the door.
Yeah, and you didn't even get to eat them.
As the creatures made their way out of the room, leaving you in this room, which is now quiet, no more sound of steam.
What do we do now that the steam's had a chance to dissipate?
In the room, looking about in the room itself, it's pretty bare. There's not a lot of stuff in this room to begin with. You came into a lower portion of the room, and then there was the upper portion that kind of went onward into the door itself. There's no tables, no decoration on the wall, anything like that in this room. It looks pretty relatively empty. There are signs on the floor of scraping that something used to be in here, but it looks like it has been removed at one point.
Great Lake. How big?
Fairly large in the upper
Nice. There
in
we
the
go.
upper
Let's
portion.
go.
Upper portion. Welcome, Nathan. The upper portion of the west part of the room. Square in nature, maybe 2 foot by 2 foot.
So not the statue. 2
No.
by 2 is too small.
Yeah, not a statue. No.
Jackson didn't get lunch, but we didn't get eaten either, so those are the winners. Whoever chose
Oh, woohoo!
Jackson gets lunch. All right, so we're just faced with the door and the wheel and nothing else here other than scrapes on the floor.
Correct.
Is the door to the north, the one that's closest to us now, is it open? Was it open the whole time? Is it an arch or is it closed?
It's a closed door. At this point, it's just a closed door.
I'm gonna go try the door.
While he's doing that, Jackson's going to retrieve his shield off the floor.
Okay.
Good idea. Good
Walk
plan.
over, grab your shield, pick your shield back up. Make your way over and try the door. There, Kylo. You notice that the door's not locked. Nothing seems to be too odd with it, but you can hear beyond the door more movement in the room. It sounds similar to the first floor, or from your companion following you, carrying the ranger.
So it sounds like an automaton.
Sounds like
Okay.
another automaton.
Okay. Yeah. Open the door slowly, not to startle anyone, but just to open it.
All right. In this room, you see 3 large pipes with valves in their side in the room. 2 more automatons in the manner of the one downstairs stand next to the pipes. They appear to be refueling with a strange magical liquid.
Does the liquid look like what was on the
Don't
floor
drink it.
in that one room?
Similar.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Jinnim's here. Been a
Jinnum!
minute. Yeah, we didn't do a session last week, so had to take a night off. So we're back.
Take a little break. We got a night off. We are also going earlier. We're 9 till
Midnight.
9 to midnight.
Until people start falling asleep.
Yeah.
9 till bedtime. So now the automatons take a notice of us.
So far, no. You're peering through the doorway. You see the 2 automatons next to large pipes with valves. Valves are open, and they're refueling it with this liquid. The liquid does look similar to what you saw. You're speaking in the closet down on floor 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out Raywin's
Staff?
cane or staff or whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to one of them and kind of put it up to them and say, stop, pause, something. Stop moving.
Stop moving. You have the thing. No reaction, so to speak,
Nothing.
from that.
Okay. Is there any way that I can slip a one of the empty potion bottles into this stuff and get a sample?
The automatons seem to be going about their business without paying much heed to you. But as you reach into your belt, pull out an empty glass vial and reach over towards the liquid that they're refueling this set of pipes with. If you move towards it in any way, you will notice one of them swipe down at you with his arm. He would go no further than that,
Okay.
and easy to avoid.
Right. So I won't be taking any of your magic liquid. What's the rest of the room here?
The room itself is pretty bare as well. There is a simple staircase in this room near the back, northwest, I'll say, that goes upwards. But the rest of the room itself, again, it looks like it had something at one time, but it's been removed. And all that's left now are these pipes in here that the automatons are adding to.
So where they're filling it up, is that the two things you said were there, either access panels or wheels or whatever?
And this one, they're calling them valves.
Valves? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two valves there and they're filling the valves.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just stand back and hang out with the rest of the crew and watch them finish their task for now.
All right, so kind of step back, take back, and you watch the automatons go about their work. Seem to be working over on these pipes and filling them with the liquid, not taking too much other heat from you. A little staircase going up. Other than that, it's quiet in here. The creatures have escaped or moved on that you were fighting with in the other room. You're looking around, and things that were in here are missing, that may be long removed. Who knows at this point. Let me just check a couple notes as we go. Okay. Yep, I see.
Jackson would also like to take a look at this magical liquid. He's not going to touch it, but he's going to see if he can discern what it is.
Okay. What do you want to use? Give me a check.
Since I've taken a level in Lizard, let's go with Arcana.
All right.
Natural 1.
It appears to be some kind of liquid.
Clearly a solid.
It's clearly a vapor of some sort.
Yeah, you look at it, you try to identify, but yeah, man, you can't tell that from much else. Who knows? Some odd thing that robots do.
Okay, so how long is it can take them to fill this up?
Seem to be slowly going at it. It's not like they're pouring liters of it in. They're pouring here and there, working on things. They'll move about the room too. They'll stop for a minute. They'll move about the room. Seem to be inspecting other elements in the room, just things like brackets or pipes or even making self repairs at some point.
Okay, so once they've moved on from the valve, or at least one of them's moved on from the valve, I'm going to inspect the valve. Move closer to the valve.
Okay.
And touch the valve.
All right. So there's
Let's see what happens here.
An open valve. You go over there and kind of look at it and go to touch it again, interact with it, whatever. If you interact with it or touch it, you'll notice that the closest one kind of turns and will come charging over towards you.
Back off a little bit.
All right. If you...
All We're not getting any of this magic liquid from this pipe.
If he sees you back off, he will stand in front of the valve and just
At
stay
this
there for a
point,
while.
Jackson's gonna turn to May and ask, "Do you think maybe with that helmet you could control these things, these ones?"
Oh.
It's possible. It's possible. She would have to wisdom save. Ooh, of a natural 1. Of disconnecting with the one she's currently mind controlled with, taking some damage. I'm just gonna make a little note here. A little 2 damage. And she'll try to attach to one of the new ones. A fairly decent roll. She can attach into the essentially the mind of the construct, seeing through its eyes again, and knowing something basic that it would know. She will describe to you that it's been tasked with doing this, with upkeep, with refueling, and making general repairs to the building. But other than that, the machine doesn't keep specifics as to what everything is, just how to do his jobs. She can make him walk away from the pipe and maybe block the sight of the other one so you can approach.
Does it have any of the liquid left on it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can she?
Because we're fighting over battery acid here.
I know, but if he's put it in, it's important.
Be back in a minute.
I'm just wondering if she can make it stand there still enough that we can take some of the fluid.
You can. Since she can control it, she can make it drop some of the fluid into the container for you, so into the glass vial. If you want to fill a vial and put a stopper in, you can.
Sure.
All right.
She's done.
Write that
It has
down.
happened.
Write it down on your sheet. You got one
One
vial
of
of
magic.
unknown magic
Wow.
robot
Where
liquid.
you can get all your equipment.
Yeah.
Magic robot moistness.
Yeah, there you go.
Could come in handy at some point.
You never know. That's
Maybe
what
I'll
it's for.
add it to Clairval's next drink. See what happens to the bard.
So what's the plan at this point? To stick the one automaton in front of the other so that you can move around it?
That's what he did, basically. And he collected some liquid. And couldn't get close to before. Now he has it.
Okay, so now I'll put that back in the pack, and we can move on through the room if you guys would like. Or should we maybe check out that spot that looks like something was moved and just see what's left over there?
Well, you checked it out. You walked on and you surveyed the room, and it was just empty.
Oh, it just looks like stuff was here and it's not here anymore.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Was it stuff that was maybe hooked up to anything, or is it just stuff that was stored here?
Good idea. It very well could have been. They're
there
large
any-
rectangle type objects that were there, you know, from the marks on the floor.
Is there any interface of some sort with the piping, or is it
Just the valve in this room.
just the valve in this
Yeah.
room? Oh, okay. So it could have been something fed by a tube that went to the valves. There's 2 valves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just good to know, I guess.
Mhm.
What say we move along, adventurers?
Yeah.
Seems nothing of interest here.
There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Well, May will
These aren't
disconnect.
the droids you're looking for.
May will disconnect from the construct and go back into her construct to carry her around. Take a little more psychic damage. You make your way up the staircase to the third floor? Fourth floor. Fourth floor at this point, into another large rectangular room with a door on the northern side. As you move up, again, you're greeted by the ticking of many tiny metallic feet. Looking about the room, you can see more of these spider-like creatures here and there. Around the room.
Spider phobia.
And what's the room look like?
It is a large rectangular room.
Similar to what we saw down below?
Similar to where you were in the room with the raised platform. Only no raised platform, it's just straight.
Okay. Just larger.
Yeah.
Is there anything in this room other than a pipe or two?
Door to the north.
Door to the north.
Pipes on the southern wall going up or down again.
And then there's spiders.
And then there are more of these creatures on the ground, yes, walking around that were that you had saw earlier.
What are they doing? General terms, not they're building a castle or something.
Do an insight check for me.
Where's my insight? 10.
Ooh, I guess it's hard for you to tell, but watching them move around, every once in a while they'll shoot a little beam of power out of their central eye onto different parts of the room. At one time, you see one of them shoot a little beam out of the center of its eye towards the pipe on the southern wall, damaging it to an extent.
I didn't know better. I'd say these things are creating their own work.
Yeah. I was just wondering if one of the automatons is going to come up the stairs behind us to fix it. So I'm going to pull out the shiny stick again.
Okay.
And kind of walk toward the nearest one and see what it does.
Again, walking across the room, as you move, and you wave the cane, they'll kind of move, they'll kind of scatter. You're not sure, again, if it's the cane or yourself walking.
Okay. Stand still and cover up the cane. Because it shines at the top, right?
Well, it's a diamond.
Yeah. Does the diamond light up?
No.
I can't remember. No, okay. Okay, just cover the diamond and stand still.
All right, cover the diamond, stand still. As you stand still, these things will begin to spread out, move about the room, go about their business.
Uncover the stick.
No reaction.
Move the stick.
Are you like swatting at them?
No, just moving it forward.
No reaction.
No. Right. Okay. Take a step forward.
All right, take a step forward. Again, they kind of move out of the way of your boot.
Seeing what Kyloke is trying to do, Jackson's going to try walking in a semicircle towards him, see if they'll move out his way.
For the most part, they move out of your way. If you're staying in the center of the room.
The other parts of the room where they're shooting lasers or whatever, magic beams or whatever at, what's it doing to the rest of the room? Or is there something that they're actually connecting with when they do that? Or is it just...
If you make your way to the southern end of the room where the pipes are, you see the one who had damaged the pipe. They continue to do so every once in a while here and there. It's unclear exactly what they're doing. Your knowledge check didn't quite get there. But if you get close enough that they're cornered, so not like in the middle of the room where they're out of your way, but near the pipes where they're doing something, and kind of get a little close, you'll see one of them or two of them kind of take notice of you and turn more towards you, even kind of shooting a little warning shot near your feet.
Okay. Back up from them. I don't think that we need to worry about these guys. They're just kind of doing their thing.
Okay.
Well, I say, well, let's move along.
Walk across the room as they scurry about. You're not cornering them or stopping them from doing anything they're doing. Make your way to the northern end of the room. There's another door leading to the north part of room or floor 4.
It is the Tower of Doors.
The Tower
Beware
of Doors.
adventures.
Endless doors.
We open the door.
All right, open the door.
What's behind the door? What's behind door number 6?
What's in the door? A slab, similar to the one 2 floors below, is in the middle of the room. Though this time it has what appears to be a half-finished automaton laying on it. Various tables covered in papers and books are scattered around. There is also a archway to the north and to the east in the room. Lost my spot for half a second. There it is. That lead to a large telescope in one room.
I want to learn how to build these things.
So we got a big slab in the middle of the room with a half-built automaton. We got a bunch of papers, books all around the room. To the north, you have an arch to an alcove, and to the east, you have another set of arches leading to a small little room with a large telescope. To the west, a single door closed.
I go check out the telescope, see what I see when I look in it.
All right. Make your way over through the alcove and over to where the telescope is. There's a bunch of astrological charts, constellations, all that kind of stuff over there, and a large telescope. The telescope itself, just sitting in the room at this point, seems out of place. Clearly not pointed at anything. It's indoors. It's in this tower. Whether this tower be erected outside or below ground, we've no real way to know at this point. You look in the telescope itself. It doesn't reveal too much. It just has a cap on, basically. Even removing the cap, you can only see the ceiling above. Looks like it was used at one time for great research, but has thus been moved here. It's quite large. Almost would have a base, 2x2 in nature.
Say, would it have had a 2x2 base?
It's been moved around. It looks like it has been somewhere else before previous. Yes.
Really, that's the part. I think this is what was in that other room that had the marks on the floor by the 2x2 base. The steam room.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what they could have been looking at.
Yeah, because there was no opening in the ceiling.
No.
Curiouser and curiouser. I'm going to take a look at the automaton.
Okay.
So you see it's half built. Which half?
Upper half.
Upper half?
Make your way over to the automaton. The upper half is built. The bottom half is gone. Some of the gears and whatnot are obviously visible beneath the brass plates of the
Looking
thing.
for anything useful here.
A lot of papers all around. A lot of books all around. You can see some arms, some legs on the floor, in various parts of the room. Give me a investigation or insight or perception.
Natural one.
Natural one. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're busy. You're overwhelmed with what you see.
I can't make heads or tails of any of this stuff.
Correct.
Maybe someone else should.
Jackson will take a look, see if he can see anything.
All right, Jackson, give me some kind of check.
Investigation of 15.
15. You can see recent work has been done on this. Whether it's been done by one of the other automatrons, maybe self-repairing or creating more. But it's been recently interacted with.
All right. I'll take a look at the notes all over the desk, see if there's anything relating to it.
Okay.
Also hydrate.
Yeah. You go and look at the...
Notice that.
Nice.
Mr. Streamer, look at your chat.
No, it's D&D. Every once in a while. Make your way over and look at the notes. The notes are written by Ray Wind himself. You're pretty familiar now with his journals and his papers. These are notes on how to build these creatures, how they work, how they go together, materials needed, even spells to enchant are listed in the paperwork and the books scattered about the room.
These are very interesting to Jackson. He's going to start shoving the papers into his own spell book and closing it into them.
Okay.
I'm going to be right back.
Gather them up, start adding them to your own book of knowledge there. You can see this would be maybe very useful information for someone or for yourself maybe in the future. It doesn't allude to as to why he was building these creatures or anything
Just
like
the
that.
how.
Just a how.
Is there anything on these notes that shows like how to turn them off or disassemble them?
There would be, not in basic terms, but in very complicated, long.
Like sit down and read type
Yeah.
terms?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll make a note of that on the paper and make sure that I go to read that.
Okay.
For everyone who's watching, yes, he is dog-earing the page.
Nice. Yeah. Got that all set. You found those items. Definitely everybody spread out about the room, found different things in the room, see what's going on here. Things are being built. Information on them, on creating them.
That is outraged.
How dare you? What do you wish to do?
Having gathered those notes, I'm going to ask if anyone wants to try to put it in practical use. Practical use. You know I speak for a living.
Tessa will come over, she'll look at the notes, and she'll say, well, this would take quite a while. This would require lots of research and time to conduct these experiments.
Just take the notes with you for now.
Yep. It'll be a fun weekend project then. Jackson's gonna stuff his book away.
You do notice that there are some pretty unique parts. Even though the book does explain how to build all the parts and templates and everything like that, various parts around the room, if you wish in any way to take, there are some brass plates. There's obviously some arms, legs.
I'm going to make sure Jackson doesn't take anything that looks like lady parts so he can build a sex robot later. I do not want to be party to that.
I just came back to sex robot.
Yeah, sex
What's going
robot.
on?
Like you.
Jackson does not have an actual bag of holding, so he doesn't have anything to stuff this stuff into.
Okay, all right. Just giving you ideas. Tearing pages there. So,
Who's tearing pages out?
no one. That's heathenism.
Bunch of gnomes are running around tearing pages out.
So he looked around the room and he found books, note papers, and diagrams on how to build these robots, disassemble these robots, etc., etc. Not what they're for, but how to create them. We found other things in this room that look like they've been moved in here a long time ago. Maybe they had a purpose at one time. Who knows what? That got moved into the room. Other parts of the tower are now empty. Maybe they were moved by the automatons. Maybe they were moved by Raywind. We don't know. That's where we are at the moment. There's still a door to the west, closed, and you've been around pretty much everywhere else, I believe, in this room.
Let's move on to the west.
Make your way to the west. You see the door, Mr. Kyloke, your old friend, the door.
Yes, door number 7. Or 8 or 20 million. I don't know. I've lost track.
Yeah.
Familiar
try
red
it.
light.
Try the handle.
Give it a try. You're going to see that this door here, of course, is not locked, and it opens up into another 5x5, almost closet-like room. However, out of the corner of your eye, looking into the room along the southern part of the wall, you can see almost like a hole in the floor.
How big a hole in the floor? Is this like a... Is this a bathroom? Or is it like something we can scurry down to a lab?
Not a bathroom. A good idea, though. Maybe it could have been Raywind's pooper. But it is like about a 4 to 5 foot circular hole in the floor. Walking into the room and looking, you can see a brass tube kind of descending, going downwards into darkness. But about 5 feet down, there's a platform.
Oh, I can see the platform down below.
Yeah, you just walk over and you look down, just about a 5-foot drop. There's a platform, circular in nature, exact size of the tube, with a small lever itself on the side of it.
Okay, relay it to everybody else, because obviously it's a small room, so they probably can't see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Having flashbacks of Layers of Fear. I've never played that game, so I'm not sure.
Say to everybody else, hey, there's a giant hole in this room in the
giant hole in the
southern
floor
end.
with a tube and a place to maybe land at the bottom. Who knows what else is beyond that? And there's a lever. The lever's up here or down there?
Lever is on the platform on the side.
On the platform. I'm going to go scurry down to the platform and see what the lever does.
Okay. Kind of jump down 5 feet onto the platform, and there's the lever. What do you want to do with it? Pull it?
Pull the lever.
All right, you pull the lever just to test it out, forward and backwards. You pull it one way, it begins to descend. You pull it the other way, it begins to ascend.
Will it fit in the tube?
What about Kylo's ass end?
His ass end. You're standing on
in a tube.
You're standing on a platform. You're standing on the platform in the tube. You pull the lever.
Yep.
It goes up. You pull the
Going
lever.
up toward the tube.
You're in the tube.
Oh, I'm in the tube with
You're
it. Okay.
you're in the tube. You jump 5 feet down.
Oh, it was in the tube. It wasn't
Yeah.
under. Like it wasn't the end of the tube and then the platform. Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
All right. I will come back up. How much room is on this lever, on this platform?
5 feet.
Oh, it's 5 feet, so we could probably all get on there,
Correct.
or at least maybe 2 trips. I'll bring the thing all the way up. Look,
All
I
right.
found an elevator.
You get just ride it right up.
Who wants a lift or a drop?
Might as well. I think if we're gonna go, we all
Say
go
nobody.
together.
Nobody's coming on this with me.
No, I think we should all go.
Yes. Let's descend into the unknown, shall we?
Everybody walks out onto the platform. You act as the operator, pull the lever, and it descends. You descend down through this tube, through the metal tube, for what feels like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, till you come to a landing.
We've made our way up, and now we're going down.
There you go down. Come to a landing down below. Again, it's dark. There's no one living that you've seen so far, except for the creatures in this tower.
Sorry, dying. Someone help him.
Poor Clarabelle. As you land below, you are in a large rectangular room that is more tall than it is wide, running north to south. You are on the eastern side of the room as you come down with the machine, looking out across the western side of the room. There's a small, how do we explain this? There's a small landing that you walk out on, and a staircase of like 4 to 5 steps, again going down to a lower portion of the room. At the top west part of the room, there's a door. At the southern part of the room, there's a door as well. About the room, there's a increasing number of pipes along the walls, more intricate, more going off in more directions. From the south, beyond the door, is a thrumming noise.
Like a guitar.
More
What's a thrumming noise?
mechanical in nature.
Okay.
So something, yeah, like that.
And from the other side of the door, nothing.
From the other end of the door, as well, you can hear sounds as well. A lot of rattling, more of that clicking that you heard in the pipes, but picked up a lot more. You can also hear the rattling of glass.
Dubstep.
Dubstep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You also hear what? Rattling?
Glass. You can hear the rattling and clinking of glass.
Right. Who says we go west, or who says we go south? What do you guys want to do?
Go check out that thrumming.
Okay.
Read. Close for the noise.
If everybody's agreed, let's go to that was the eastern door, right?
South.
Southern door. Okay.
Southern door. All right, make your way south to the door. You can hear the thrumming. You open the door. It is increased. You can hear the thrumming a little bit louder. And before you is a hallway, a good 5-foot hallway leading south that branches off to the east, the west, and to the south as well. There's a door in each section of the lower end of the hallway. The thrumming more so picks up to the west.
So towards the west.
Yep. And as we go, Jackson's going to put his shield back on his arm.
Okay. Oh, all right. Jackson will re-shield his arm. All right, so you make your way down the 5-foot hallway until you get to the western... till you get to the western doorway. Western doorway has a very loud thrumming coming from behind it. And you want to open the door and go in.
Why not?
All right. Open
We've
the
come
door.
this far.
Yeah, why not? You open the door and make your way into a very large room. It goes a lot further over to the west and then south. It's open with a large object in the middle. Entering the chamber, you are met by the loud thrumming noise coming from a large-sized metal cube in the center of the room. The cube appears made of a greenish metal and is as shiny as chrome. The exterior appears to be covered in many metal plates that are separated by a small groove. The cube itself is quite large, almost 10 foot by 10 foot, and seems to be thrumming quite loudly.
Could this be Raywin's cube that Ghost spoke of? Thanks, Clairvell. I don't know.
Man, I wish I had more freaking room. Give me room.
The openings on the side, are they? Does it look like something fits in them?
So the cube itself is a big piece of metal. It's a 10 by 10 foot cube. However, running up and down the cube are separations in plates. So metal plates that are covering the cube have a little line as if put together, right?
Okay.
Here and there, all over
Giant
the cube.
Rubik's cube.
All over the cube.
Anything else in the room?
There is nothing. Wait a minute. Nothing in the room currently, no. There is pipes, lots of pipes, all over the floor, all over the ceiling, going to various rooms and whatnot.
We'll walk around the cube and see if there's anything different on the other 3 sides than anything keyhole or object hole or...
Is there any image also on the sides of this cube?
Both of you give me perceptions or investigations or whatnot. As Kylo's walking around and Jackson's going up to it, looking here and there.
Perception
11.
13.
Investigation 11 for Jackson.
11, okay. What'd you get, Kylo?
13 perception.
All right, so you guys are here and there. Jackson, you're gonna go up to this thing and you're gonna see there's images there. There's small images carved inside the metal itself. They depict all kinds of creatures. You see all different things. Some of them that are of note that you've seen before. You see the eyeball that reminiscent of the golem that you fought. You see beholders, things like that, carved into the side of this. But one of the major images seen in this is a ship, a large ship. However, the ship is not sailing on water. The ship is sailing among the stars, and there's more constellations and things here and there. Kylo, you walk slowly, pacing about the room, kind of circling this large room with your eyes on the cube at the center, this grand cube as you move around. Hard to check out some of the other walls. A lot of shadow, a lot of pipes, a lot of different things. Doesn't give you a clear view of any other wall or anything like that. The cube seems to dominate the room. As you make your way around, you can see more of that tar-like substance here and there near the back of the room. It doesn't seem to be quite like we found it before, like fresh. It seems to be old and dried, no longer moving or alive. Some leftover strands of web here and there.
Nothing on the cube specifically.
Cube looks
Ignore.
clean.
No, I'm like you. Okay, that's good, but also like I'm trying to figure out if there's a key to this thing, or something that needs to be inserted to it, or gemstone that's been plucked out, or
Taking a walk around and looking at that, you don't see that because all the sides are pretty smooth, except for where the plates obviously touch each other, right? It's been constructed somehow. So no obvious holes, nothing like that so far.
So I come back around to them, and I'm like, well, a giant cube must serve some sort of purpose, I would think, or why build the cube? It's not it's not really a monument. It's a flat flat shape. Well, not flat, but it's not. There's nothing artsy about it. It's not like the brass statues.
Jackson is gonna produce an item from his inventory. He's gonna produce his small ship cube.
Your folding boat?
Yep.
Okay.
I think these might have a similar purpose.
So by touching that beholder on the square there, it's gonna turn into a beholder.
Certainly hope not.
It's a folding beholder.
I really don't want to know if it
Let's
turns
get
into
out
a
of here
beholder.
first, then try it out.
These images that we're seeing on this cube, are they in a specific order?
No. They do seem to be oddly out of place. You would look at them with your investigation from earlier, and you're kind of connecting one or two, and you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense. This one's here, this one's over here. That's odd.
Now, were they in the same position on all four sides?
Their images are all over.
Over.
There's images all over in different parts of the cube. But Jackson will put together that two of the images or so he can see look like they would go in order, but they're in different positions.
Do the images on one side, are they mirrored? Like,
No,
are the same
no.
images on all sides?
No.
So there's a bunch of different images on each side.
Correct.
None to the same.
No, if you take the time to look around and investigate, no.
Okay. The plate with the starship on it,
Mm-hmm.
or the ship of the stars. I'm gonna touch that plate and see if it moves at all. Not making it move too much, just to see if it kind of if it has the ability to be moved around.
Okay. Reach out and you touch it. You do feel metal. You feel the cold metal of the cube. Nothing reacts to your hand. You kind of push on it. They're large. This thing is a 10-foot cube, and the panels on these things are very, very large. It doesn't move or shift at all.
I'm very, very strong.
Forcibly push on it, does not move.
Okay, so they don't move. They're riveted in place.
There's no rivets.
Okay, so they are in place though.
They're in place somehow.
Okay.
Do they react when touched at all?
When he touched it with his hand, no, they did not react.
It was just very cold, as metal is.
Bring the staff to it.
Okay,
Like we did with the
Staff.
paintings.
put the cane up to it.
Take out Raywin's cane. And what are you gonna
Touch
do?
it with touch it with the diamond.
You touch it with Raywin's cane. You go.
You are
"Ba-ding."
anointed.
All of a sudden, it
Ba-ding.
moves. The
It
plates.
moves.
The plate moves. It shifts up and over, and one of the other plates shifts down and over.
Did it?
You hear
There's no spot that's.
you hear the thrumming pick up and
there-
increase.
Is there an empty spot, or is it switching places with the?
Switch places.
Okay.
Almost like
What images are on this side of the boat?
so there's different images here and there. Like I said, there's beholders, there's mind flayers, there's a ship that's among the stars, there's constellations, there's eyes, there's all these odd things on there, most of which you've come across during your time down here. And as you touched it with the staff, the thrumming had picked up and the images had moved about. Jackson, with his knowledge, the two images that he saw earlier are still not where they should be, but they had moved.
What are the two images?
He just saw two images that seemed to line up. There was it was like something like a beholder was shooting a beam, and then there was another one where there was a continuation of a beam hitting an object, and it looked like they would go side by side type thing.
Jackson does have a theory, but I think it's wrong. That theory is, what's the order that we've seen these creatures
I was
since we've
just
been
thinking
progressing through?
I was just thinking that of the ones that we have seen, I was thinking we should put them in order.
Okay.
The image of the image of the thing that's being blasted by the beholder. What is it?
It looks humanoid in nature, but it's not that you've 100% seen it. It looks almost like he's been sketched out because he's being blasted and hit, kind of like a humanoid being attacked.
So let's put these things in order. We'll put the starship at the end because we haven't seen a starship
Now, how are you gonna how are you gonna do this?
with the cane.
Got to take the cane out again?
Yep.
You got to touch it again?
Sure.
Touch it again. The thrumming increases substantially. The plates begin to shift again on their own until they come to a halt. The thrumming is really loud among the room. You can almost have to shout to each other to hear each other at this point.
So we have no control over where they go.
You
Just
touched
that they
it and
move.
it kind of reacted. You backed up and it just...
But they randomly move. I can't I can't touch the
Correct.
ship and then touch the bottom right corner, right?
So far, that has not been the case.
Okay. Touch it one more time?
Take the cane,
Just for fun, yes.
touch it to the cube one more time. At this time, the thrumming becomes overwhelming, almost so bad that you have to hold your ears from the sound coming from
What?
coming from the cube itself.
What? I can't hear the DM.
You begin to feel a vibration in the floor in the room. You back up kind of as the cube shifts uncontrollably back and forth, the panels on the side increasing in speed until it stops. The panels stop, lock into place, and a searing light appears from the top of the cube. Out of the top of the cube. Whoops. My God, I even move and I go blurry.
Autofocus.
Jesus, what the hell's going on with this thing? You move even a bit, and something comes out of the top of the cube within the burst of the light. 8 long, withering tentacles support and propel this snarling horror's oblong body, while its jagged maw reveals rows of razor-sharp teeth. A large aberration slowly climbs out the top of this cube. Most horrific thing you've seen. It looks like almost a star-shaped, ruddy-skinned, purple octopus-type creature with a maw on the front covered in eyes.
I look over at Tessa. Is she getting all hot and bothered looking at this thing?
She has a little wicked smile across her face.
Is this, what was that guy's name? Sargoth?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, no, we'd already be dead if this was.
Is it Sheogorath?
Roll initiative.
Damn it.
Woo! 21.
I got 18.
17
Oh, nice rolls.
makes up for that one earlier.
Yes, it does.
Holy crap. Okay, we got some numbers now. Oh, so Clairval with the
As soon
21.
as you said the starship, I've got David Bowie's Starman stuck in my head now.
Stop. Kylok with the 18.
Yes, sir.
Jackson with the 17.
Is our witch entering combat, or is she standing back laughing?
Gans with the 16. Tessa with the 13. Habe with the 10. May with the 5.
Oh, so we're gonna need.
And I forgot, of course, I always forget the creature, so let's put the creature back in there. He's going to go right after Tessa before Habe. With a 12.
And Ragnar?
Ragnar is holding a window. He's too scared. He's paralyzed with fear.
Okay. All right.
Gotta get some numbers here real fast.
Ragnar's class has changed from fighter to pack mule.
he's no longer
It's a
a
new
fighter.
specialization.
He's a porter. a bellhop.
A bellhop.
Where may I take your bag, sir?
To the room, dummy.
All right. Clairval. You hear the thrumming of the cube stop. The plates lock into place. The bright light bursts from the top, and this creature kind of slowly and somberly pull its way out to the top.
All right, so right over this thing, right where it is, I'm going to cast a area effect spell. So how big is this cube?
10 by 10.
10 by 10? Okay, so I'm taking up a 20-foot cube around it.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. So that entire area is filled with bright, shimmering lights and natural colors and constantly moving and shifting, and it's very difficult to get a beat on it. On its turn, I'm going to need to have it make some rolls.
Okay, awesome. All right, big effect goes off. 20 by 20 cube in the middle of the room, so be careful. Party as well. Kylok, you see this thing up there, lumber out, bigger than you've ever seen. Nothing like you've ever seen. What do you wish to do? Now's the time for your death prediction.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. Yeah. Raise the staff into the air and ask very loudly, how can we serve you?
Oh, Overlord?
Oh, great being.
All right, I'm rolling a insight check to see if Kylok has lost his mind or he's trying to bluff it.
Okay.
That would be an 18.
All right, what are you trying to do? Are you serving this thing?
I'm just trying to see what the hell it wants, considering I summoned it with the staff.
Are you like bowing
Not
to
legit.
it?
I'm
Okay,
legit.
okay.
I'm just asking it if I'm trying to avoid combat.
Oh,
Something that's going to eat us.
he's trying to make friends.
Yes.
You've gone native.
Do you need me to you want me to roll something?
Kylok, do it.
Yeah. You look over, and Tessa's kind of giggling. She's thinking like, no.
No. All right. Well, what do I got left to do?
You're just talking at this point.
Okay. So he cast a big. What'd you cast over it?
Shimmering lights,
It wasn't
So,
secret lights, but
like Jubilee.
you don't know what it is.
So sparklers.
Yeah.
Did sparklers.
Sparkle hands.
Sparkle hands.
All right. I will launch an arrow at it.
All right, notch up an arrow. You're gonna shoot an arrow with this giant thing, which you just tried to serve, and
Hey man, I was trying to see if it's gonna ask us a question. You never know if these big things can talk or not. 17.
17. You're gonna hit. Shoot this arrow towards the creature.
And I got a 6.
Do some damage.
It now has a paper cut.
And now has a paper cut, and it is very angry and is looking at you. If it had, not a billion
If it
eyes.
had eyes.
One has a billion eyes, but they're tiny, and
does it?
they all have you reflected in them. All right, that was Kylo. Jackson,
Yep.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm gonna pick out one of my weapons to draw.
Ooh,
Defensive stance for that. I'm gonna take the dodge action in case anything goes wrong.
okay. Could draw a weapon and then.
Yep, so. Meeny, miny, you. I'm gonna draw the hand axe.
okay. Hand axe and defense stance.
Yep, that fancy one that I got.
Oh, nice. Okay. Gans. Gans will say, I don't know if this is the portal or not. Clearly, there's something on top of the cube that this thing is coming from. I would assume it's a portal, but I'm not sure if it's Raywin's portal or what, but this creature has entered our land from the far realm.
Really, it's not of our world.
Not of our world. No. I don't believe.
This is the most
he says,
this is the
I
most
don't
you
believe
said in
so.
3 days.
He'll just defend. Same thing. He'll stay back, defend. Tessa, she's looking at it, kind of in awe, watching you guys, seeing what you guys are doing.
Maybe I should have shot an arrow into Tessa.
Seems kind of same thing, but like fearful of it. Like it's something big, something that she knows is dangerous. But seeing you shoot at it and Clairval do that, she will attempt with her magic as well. This time, however, yoink, I'm going to use my bigger spell. She will do a witch bolt. So she will shoot her witch bolt for 1d12 damage in this case. Let's see, where's my 12? 375. So between Tessa's fingers and the creature, she's established a bluish purple crackling energy, almost like Sith Lord shooting his magic out, that she is attacking with. The creature trying to keep him back, or it back. Creature's turn itself. It is going to continue. It is going to continue to climb out.
He's not.
Oh.
Because he's suddenly going to be overpowered by the smell of apple pies filling the air. And I need a wisdom saving throw from him.
It knows not apple pies.
It does now. And it likes it.
9.
9. Okay, it is charmed by me.
Can it be charmed?
Until the start of its next turn. My friend.
Son of a bitch. How can it be charmed?
You must leave this place or you will incur more harm. Leave now while you can. I'm going to roll a persuasion check. That would be a 24.
Oh.
And it is charmed by me.
Any disadvantage for the charm?
That's nasty. That's a nasty spell. It does not have any immunities to charm. It can be charmed. You have charmed it. You've also persuaded the shit out of it. And you told it specifically to leave. Its turn, it will do as commanded because it is its turn. It must. It's charmed by you for some reason, somehow. It regards you as a friend. I don't know how that's possible. It will begin to retreat back into the light from the top of the cube. You see, as he was going to come up and come into the room, he kind of resets and goes back down. The top part of his star-like body still flailing away with his tentacle as it retreats into the light on the top of the cube. creature's turn, he has retreated into basically the top of the cube. The light is still there. The bright light on the top is still shining, still fully visible. On his turn, Habe is going to watch in awe at that and just, you don't know what's going on.
Shot.
May, of course, watching from her construct's eyes as she's being carried, watches the whole thing play out. And we will go back to Clairval. Now, is this in rounds? Do I have a certain number of rounds that the creature is charmed?
I'm able to keep that. He's only charmed by me until the start of his next turn.
Okay.
It's a random effect that occurs while this is going off.
Oh, inside the 20-foot cube.
Inside that 20-foot cube, yeah.
Nice.
Like, the charm doesn't break if he moves outside of it. It's just what has affected him
This
when he's hit
round.
by it.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Clairval, back to you, top of the round.
Okay, so I will ready in action. Good, this is a concentration, so I'm going to continue to concentrate on this. If he starts to come back through, I'm going to hit him with a Vicious Mockery.
Okay, also, I forgot, top of the round. As you guys, as the creature retreats back into the cube and whatnot, at the far end of the room, with the shaking and everything going on in the room, the wall will open up, so part of the wall will go back up, revealing a way forward as well out of the room. You're still behind you, of course, too, but you can also go south. You can go back through the door you took in. You can stay in the room. You can investigate more of the cube. Clairval is going to ready his action. Kyloke, your action. We're going to stay in rounds for a minute, but feel free to do whatever you want to do.
So it's retreated into the cube?
It's retreated into the top of the cube. The top of the cube is covered in bright white light. It's a passageway to somewhere.
To where that thing's from?
To where that thing's from, maybe. Or, who knows? We don't know. We have no idea. But it's retreated into it and vanished from sight at the moment.
Okay, how far away is the southern wall opening?
So this is a large room that we're in. So it's a significant amount. Probably, I would say at least probably 120 feet.
From where I am, can I see through that opening?
Yes. So you can see through the through the opening in the south, past some of the pipes, into a hallway. The hallway, of course, is dark, but you can see a little red light in the distance off somewhere down the hallway. 120 feet, but you could make it with a run if that was your intention. I have no idea.
Since it's not there anymore, I'm going to move halfway toward the southern door in case we decide that it's time to bail out.
Okay. You make your way behind the cube, halfway to the southern door. You're still holding your bow and Raywin's staff, watching the cube, I assume, at this point. Jackson.
Kind of tuck the staff back to
Jackson
the
is
outer
going to
part
go
of the
ahead
backpack.
and move with his shield up
Okay.
in front of Clairval in case this thing comes back out.
Okay. All right. Take a defensive stance in front of the bard. Got your shield
Yep.
up, just in case. Got the axe at the ready. Gans will seek Kyloke and say, what is the plan? Pursue the creature. Leave the room.
You want to pursue the creature?
Should we pursue the creature? Should we leave the
Exactly.
room? Go back?
Telling.
He's picking different things we should do. What do you want to
Yes,
do?
at the moment I'm just watching to see what it's going to do next, and if it does come back, I think we should bail out the southern door. So that's why I'm moving this way.
All right. He'll move over.
I'm staying close enough in case we do have to fight.
Okay. He'll get up with you. Tess. Unfortunately, her spell breaks. She loses Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt will last a number of rounds that she's connected to the creature, doing automatic damage, but the creature is missing, so the spell will break. So she will... Yeah, she has questions as well. Like, I mean, it's gone for the moment. Yeah, she's
I'm sure she's questioning how the bard charmed it.
yeah, pretty like impressed. Her eyes are pretty big that he got that massive thing to flee. That's insane. That's why she's like, oh my god, like a split second here in the thing, fight or flee. What are we doing? Creature, because of its nature, of course, will come
Creature.
back.
Creature, no. Creature, we roll the effect.
Well, he has to come back to roll the effect, correct?
It was a 20-foot cube. I don't know what his movement was.
I said out of game if he's on another plane and he comes back, it would affect him. But if he's on the other plane, it wouldn't affect him, correct?
Right.
Okay.
It's not going to go through because, as we said, portals are just stuff cuts off.
Right. So he would have to come back. So he would come back. He would be in the 20-foot cube, and your effects would go off.
Okay, so as he moves through this winding shape of colors and sounds and scents, you see from the top of a cube a drop of what appears to be a sticky molasses just flops down from the top of this cube and plops on the ground. It is now difficult terrain for him until the start of my next turn.
All right. Sweet. So one thing of movement takes 2. He's very slow. So he gets hit by the different...
I had a ready to action.
Yes. Yep.
I gave you a chance to leave, my tentacled friend. You should have taken it. Wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Vicious mockery.
12.
No. 3 points of psychic damage. Disadvantage on your next attack roll. And you are in difficult terrain.
I'm in difficult terrain. Okay, so it takes me a while to move. So the creature himself then will have a difficult time moving off the top of the cube. He will almost, what's a word? Sluggishly move off that thing as he's flopping around with all his tentacles and his bulbous body. He'll roll to the edge of the cube, almost ready to plop down on the floor in front, but not quite make it because of the difficult terrain. You can see the eyes shifting around on the body and the giant maw opening and closing as the tentacled star-like arms flop around. But that's as far as he gets. That's all he can do. Habe himself. Let me check Habe real fast. I know Habe has the boomerang. I know Habe has the warlock spells. Oh, yes, the Eldritch Blast. He's got an Eldritch Blast. Yeah. He will hit. Alright, Habe is going to hit the creature with an Eldritch Blast. And May, right now May, of course, is unconscious. She is being held by the Construct. Construct will be over with Clairvel and Jackson. Construct can do melee damage, basically. So it's going to stand there. It's going to wait for whatever the plan is. Clairvel, top of the round.
Alright, so I will move the cube so that it's still over top of this thing.
Okay.
I can do that on my turn, so that it's still engulfed by this. And we're going to give him another vicious mockery. My friend, this is not your plane. You know not what you do. You're in over your head here. Leave while you're still in whatever shape this is.
Oh, man. 8.
New 2 points of psychic damage. Disadvantage on your next attack roll.
All right, got it. Kylog, you're halfway between the hallway at the back and the cube. You can see the back of the creature as he's across from you, across from the cube, getting ready to come off the front towards the other guys.
We'll shoot it, I guess.
Take a pot shot?
I can do. Sure.
Well, there's a lot you can do. You can go serve it again.
I was merely trying to see if it served Raywin, that's all.
Kneel before it and pray.
Again with the 17.
17, you're going to hit him with the arrow. Do some damage.
Again with the 6.
Nice. All right. Jackson.
Jackson is going to holster the axe and raise his hand above the shield and cast Firebolt.
Oh, yeah.
That's 21 to hit.
Yeah, there you go.
for 4 damage.
All right, firebolt goes off. Creature himself doesn't have combustibles on him.
Hold on.
Oh.
Creature's in the space. As it's standing there in these bright, shining, shimmery colors, suddenly flowers start to appear all around its various maws and faces and eyes and everything. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Touch flowers.
8.
It is blinded
Oh.
until the start of its next turn as the flowers spray water in its faces
Oh
All
my
of its
God.
eyes.
Blind until its turn?
until its next turn. Yes.
Next turn. So when it comes up its turn in this round, it's still blind?
It's
It
blind and
is its
slowed.
turn. I thought you said it was its turn.
No, it's Jackson's turn.
Sorry, I thought this was happening on. I was rolling that for it. This is what's going to happen on its turn. I thought you said it was its turn.
Ah, no, that's okay. Jackson did the fire shot. He did the fire bolt.
His firebolt and puts his hand back to the axe, ready to draw it if he needs to.
Okay, no issue because Gans is going to go. The creature's not within striking distance. He's way back by Cal. And then Tessa's going to go. At this point, she's just going to cast an Eldritch Blast. Hit, do damage. Then your spell goes off. He is blinded. Creature himself.
And slowed.
He's slowed and he's blinded. Now, when he drops off the cube, if he drops off the cube, essentially, yes, he's not in the slow, and the slow is done from the last round. He can move, but he's blinded. So in our game, when we're blinded, we do 1d8. And we get 8, so that is south. So, whoop, music dropped out. Let me grab the music. There we go. So he will fall off the front of the cube, and then he will begin to move around the side border of the cube and down to the south towards Kyloak and Gans. Blinded, moving in a random direction. Habe will move over and can see the creature down the side and will Eldritch Blast, doing some damage. And May will have to hold her position at the moment. Top of the round, Claire Val, you're going to see the back of the creature as he's on the side of the cube going away from you.
Can I still move the cube over top of it without getting any of my party members in the cube?
Yep, because you guys are in the front and the back and it's on the side. Yeah.
Okay, so I will move it again. Things just keep going from bad to worse for you, my glimmering, oozy friend. Retreat while you're still able to, and maybe whatever elder gods you worship and serve will be merciful to you. My friends and I will not. Wisdom saving throw.
2.
1 point of psychic damage.
Nice. And disadvantage. Kylo. Kylo, creature is coming your way along. You and Gans are there. Creature's coming your way. He's blinded, but it's coming alongside of the cube. It'd be the right-hand side of the cube for you.
All right, shoot in the face.
All right, move over to the side, aim and shoot.
What's that? That's 13.
13 to hit, you will not hit. Your shot will go awry.
Okay, and I will move to the other side of the room, like away from his path.
Are you trying to like run around the table with him, so to speak?
Yeah, it would just kind of get out of the way if he does end up charging toward us.
Okay. All right, gonna move over
I
to the
don't want to
side.
be right in his path. I don't want to be run over by a snail.
Jackson.
Jackson's gonna go ahead and cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
Gonna be a 13 to hit.
Oh no, firebolt will miss. Will
I
not,
missed on 13 too.
will not hit. Jackson's firebolt goes awry.
Seeing that, Jackson's gonna go ahead and draw his trident
Yeah. Get the trident up.
and shift himself over a little bit more, so that he is again between Claire Valet and the creature.
Okay, got it.
Attack rolls against a blinded creature have advantage.
Oh.
I'll roll again.
Fastest.
Good call. Fastest is here. Up 'em.
That's a 20.
Yeah,
Not
there
natural.
you go. Well, good
So
enough.
do I get to redo my?
No, it only goes one. I'll give it to. I'll give
That
it
is 7 fire damage.
to. 7 fire. Yeah, there we go.
Still gonna draw the trident.
I'll give you an extra shot there. That's Kylo. Got a new mic.
Oh, we got a
Good.
new mic, kinda. Oh, kind of good.
Kinda
oh,
good.
nice.
What you get?
All right. So what do I get for the advantage?
You just roll to
Just
hit.
get a second roll.
Just roll again. Okay.
Take the higher roll.
Yeah.
17.
All right. Do some damage. You shoot him and then you run away.
Again,
You're
6.
6.
Thank
Nice. Nice. Okay, good job. Good job. Yeah, I forgot about that. Gans himself then will take full advantage of the creature being blind. He'll move directly up to him and attack straight with the razor. Nice.
The rapier, I mean.
I say razor.
He's a razor. Pulls out his shaving
He
kit.
gets a shaving kit. Start
Give
shaving
me
it.
a close shave.
Haha. Woohoo. All right, Tessa will have to move over.
Show hair on it. Exactly.
Exactly. She can't shoot with Jackson and everybody being in the way. She won't have a clear line of sight there. She's gonna hold off. Monster's turn.
How big is
Okay.
this monster?
He's a big boy. I guess she could shoot over the head, but
You got advantage.
let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, why not? She got him. She got damage.
Kill us. He just wants to kill his party.
Hey, you were in the kill. Get Tessa to clean up for you. All right, she shoots actually an Eldritch Blast, and she's going to hit the creature. Eldritch Bolt, rather, hit the creature and do some damage. It will then be Monster's turn.
See what we got.
Cube of Magic.
Once again, it is filled with the smell of apple pies. It can see again. And it smells something familiar, something soothing, something that gives it a warm feeling. It is once again charmed by me.
Smells the mucus of its mother.
Quick, my friend, you must flee. Warn the others. Do not come back. This is not a safe place for you. Attempt another persuasion check.
What happens if it ate the others?
I got a 20 this time.
Yeah,
no.
20's not going to cut it, my friend.
Mm.
22.
22.
22.
All right, creatures.
Fire.
Creature's turn. You got him pretty locked up. He's going to start climbing up the side of the cube, heading for the portal. You told him to flee, to go back or whatever it is. So he's going to basically be able to get up on top and towards the portal itself this round. Habe is at the back. Habe has a good shot. Eldritch Blast. He's got a 19. A beautiful hit. It will do some good damage. Oh, one more deep. And May can't do anything at this point. She's at the back of the room. Clerval, it is top of the round. It is your turn again.
So, again, I continue to move the cube with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now is your only chance to flee, my friend. If you come back again, I cannot guarantee your safety. Go now! Good mockery.
Oh, you get a vicious mock on that? Nice.
Yep.
And, 11.
Nope. 2 points of psychic damage. Disadvantage on your next attack roll. I keep giving him disadvantage. He hasn't swung at anybody.
I know, he can't get close enough. You make him run.
I know.
You bastards. Kylok, he's on top now. You can see him up on top. You're almost going on the left-hand side of the cube, but you can look across, up and across, and you can see him on the edge there.
I will shoot it again. Right?
Yeah, go for it, man. Take a shot.
Oh.
You guys got him locked up right now.
Dice is gone.
Always have 2 sets.
Oh, I have 2 sets, but I'm rolling with this one until it fails.
Until it fails.
That is 20.
Oh, yeah, you got him.
24.
All day
20
long.
No, 20. 22.
Nice. Good job.
Oh, 8 plus 3, 11.
Oh, you get 11 damage?
Yep. Full power.
Oh, yeah, man.
If only I had some magic arrows.
If only. Jackson.
Or a better bow.
Jackson is going to go ahead and toss his trident as hard as he can.
Oh, yeah.
This worm's going down.
That is a 23 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is 5 damage.
Awesome.
And bonus action it back to my hand before it gets back to its plane.
Yeah, there you go. See? Almost lost it. Gans. Gans hit him. Yeah, hit him. You know what? I got an idea. Gans hit him hard last time, really good. So Gans is going to use athletics. He's going to Jackie Chan up the cube and attack with the rapier at the back of the creature. Yeah. Which he's going to do. And give him some stab damage before coming back down. Whew, it lands on the ground below the cube. Tessa has a nice clean shot now. And she will shoot Eldritch Blast. Guys are just wrecking this thing. Creature's turn. Effects are going to go off.
Let's see what we got.
Roll the wheel.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Let's go get a good one here. No more stupid low numbers. 7.
7's a stupid low number,
Yeah.
my friend. And you know what? The absurdity of all this just gets to this creature. It can't take these colors, these lights. He's my friend. He's not my friend. It's all so absurd. And he just starts to laugh and laugh. And he can't do anything except giggle. And he is incapacitated. And uses all his movements to move in a random direction.
1d8. 4. 1. He's going back towards Gans and where Kyloke used to be. Alright, so he's going to move in that random direction. He's going to go off the edge of the cube. It's going to be on the right-hand side of the cube before Gans, on the left-hand side of the cube before Jackson and party.
He's
Habe.
incapacitated and goes off the edge.
Well, he
Does
goes.
hurt?
He'd go off the edge, then he's incapacitated, I would assume.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, if he's incapacitated, I would have advantage then. As Habe attacking him, I would assume.
There's no advantage, disadvantage for incapacity.
No. Okay. All right.
Would he have gone prone?
No.
As much as a worm can go prone.
Yeah.
No.
I'm still going to hit him with Habe. Habe's going to blast him. Give him some nice damage. And you know what? We gotta get May in there. May's gonna start moving that. I don't know. Should I? If I move her, I don't want to kill her. So maybe not. No, I'll keep her there. Keep her there.
She's in its arms, right?
Yeah. All right. Top of the round, we go back to Clairval. It's Clairval's actual turn.
Okay. So again, I will move the cube so it's staying on top of our worm buddy.
Okay.
It's funny, isn't it? The absurdity of existence on this plane or any others. You had your chance. You seemed so strong when you first came through. And look at you. Not a single swing even at any of us.
14.
No.
Damn.
15's what you need.
Shit.
4 points of psychic damage, disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Got it. Kyloke, you're on the far end, Kyloke. You can't see him at this point. You're on the left-hand side, essentially. He's on the right-hand side. What do you want to do?
Move back to Gans and take a shot.
I believe For Honor? Okay, move back to Gans. Okay, you can move back to Gans. You see him incapacitated on the ground and take a shot. Give him a good shot.
Okay. 12.
12's not going to hit him, no.
Okay. I'm good.
That's it.
It's laughing and flailing about so much you can't get a good shot.
All right.
Jackson.
This creature over, how rough does it look?
You know what? It's beat up. It's got some. You doing a medicine check? It's got some lacerations on it. It is beat. It's taken quite the beating. It's not a death. It's not a death door, but it's very hurt.
Okay.
Like this thing probably would have thrashed you, but you've locked it up and you've beat the shit out of it. It hasn't touched you. It's beautiful.
Yep, Jackson's gonna go ahead and throw his trident at it again.
Do it.
That is a 10, so I'm gonna go ahead and finally use that inspiration.
Yeah.
That's gonna be with another roll.
Yeah.
Nope, that's an 11.
Oh. You tried. You get inspired. You tried again. Still doesn't pay out for you. Any last action?
Not yet, no.
Okay. All right. Gans is over there. He's the closest. He is the one who got it last round. He's going to try again. He's right up there with his rapier. He's going to get him all day long. He's got a good shot. Attacks the creature. Tessa. Yeah, she can shoot. Creature's large. Nope, she'll miss. Monster's turn. He's in the cube.
See,
Do it.
once again, he is assailed with the smell of apple pie. It calms him and reminds him who his true friends are. And he's once again charmed by me. It's very confusing. These lights, these colors, there's flashes of pain, flashes of pleasure. But he looks at the one constant in his life, his good friend, who is standing over them. Go! Flee! While you still can, you're running out of time. I don't know how much longer
hurting me.
the portal open. This is going to be deception.
Okay.
Ooh. I am glad I took the feats that I did. That's going to be a 15.
That's okay, because I got an 8.
Ah.
Poor creature walked into a completely different world and just got completely assailed by shapes and colors.
Apple pie.
And its friends.
In fairness, based
Why are my
on
friends
where
hurting me?
it's from, this should be its normal reaction to what it's getting. This probably seems
Yeah.
more normal than anything else.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And
So it thinks the portal's going to be closing at any minute, and it better get back.
so it's going to do so. It's going to climb up the side of the cube bulbously and start moving towards the portal. Yeah, it doesn't have any difficult terrain or anything like that. I think it
Nope.
can get there. Should be able to get there.
Okay.
Creature will disappear inside the portal. Habe will do nothing. May will
Can
do.
we close this damn thing? Because this spell's not going to last forever.
It's Clairval's turn, and he says that. He yells out, the creature disappears once more into the portal. He knows that you're keeping it at bay, but if his spell runs out, what's going to happen? The creature goes into the portal, vanishes right now. Clairval's turn.
Spell, carry it back over the portal lip again.
Okay. Kylok.
Run toward the cube and touch it with the staff.
All right. Make your way over to the cube, and you do. You hit it with the staff, with Raywind's staff. The plates on the side begin again to start shuffling. And the top closes back up. So the top closes. The light goes back out. The portal seals up. And the plates go back to their original position.
Well, that was easy enough.
The very light thrumming still comes from the cube. Not the heavy, just the lightest one, the one you heard when you originally came in here.
Maybe we leave this thing alone now. What's everybody think? The door is open.
Well,
so
sorry, I forgot to continue, but I would continue. As the cube is closed, so would the wall. The wall would begin to come down as well. The wall would mechanically...
But we do know where that door is, though.
Correct.
What was that, Clairval?
I asked, do we want to smash this thing? I'm looking towards Gans, actually.
Oh, to Gans. Gans is... It's a portal. Clearly, duh.
Gans likes the portals.
But is this the portal? Is this the portal to the far realm specifically? We know a creature came through, but if it is, we must destroy it. We should destroy it. If not...
Well, it's not the portal. It's a portal, clearly to the far realm. Shouldn't we just destroy it anyway?
With that, I would destroy it, yes.
Can we destroy it?
It's a good question.
I look over to Jackson. This is usually your area of expertise, and I'm not advocating that you eat it.
Gans will bring up...
I do have an idea.
Gans will bring up one point as well before, that there was mention several times of these mages. Throughout yeah, go ahead.
Look to Kyloke. You found that other book, didn't you?
Maybe.
May I take a look at that one?
Sure, here. It's still closed. I haven't opened it yet.
Taking that book, Jackson's gonna examine it, see if there's anything on the cover.
Is this the one he recently found in the gas room?
Yes, most recent one.
Gem
Okay.
encrusted in. There's a lot.
So this is a beautiful book. This book is yes, covered in gold. It is very well etched. Some gemstones, has depictions of humanoids on the front, very well dressed, very well mannered. Look like leaders type thing with a latch on the side.
Do any of these images match to the cube?
No, not in any way.
All right. I hand back the book and examine the cube again at this point, see if there's anything to it that we can, with a longer look at it before touching everything, see if we can piece anything together on the images.
I've dissipated my spell since everyone's trying to get into this cube so that no one gets affected by it.
Okay.
I'm going to open the book while he's doing that, since he handed it back to me.
All right, you maneuver the latch on the side and open the book. And the book is big, thick tome, very many pages in there. Speaks of leadership, of charismatic leaders of the past, famous maybe actors or bards as well, things like that. How to influence people, that kind of thing.
Oh. All right. Close the book. Put it back in my pack.
Okay. Inspecting the cube, Jackson, you can see it's returned to its default position. You can see where the original images were, and they're back in those original positions. Gans is still talking here and there. I mean, and he mentions that the portals of the far realm, as depicted before, had something to do with these mages, but he doesn't see any mages.
Yeah. Jackson's idea at this point is looking the images over to see if there's a specific order that they should be in, to maybe touch them in that order.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, you do see a lot of images reminiscent of things that you saw in here. The main Mind Flayer, the Beholder, obviously.
Like, specifically looking for any images that would line up together.
You could find a few.
Jackson, I have a question for you while you're busy there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in the Necromancer's tome?
There could be, and Jackson will crack that open while he's looking.
Necromancer's Tome is vast. It's very big. It's a big book. Most of what's in there, though, however, is spells. It's a spell book, I believe. The Lich's book.
No, yeah, the Lich. Yeah. No notes, nothing.
He has more notes on... He does have notes here and there on soul magic, and some stuff with Raywind about... some random notes about Raywind and sacrificing the people to get enough power.
Speaking of notes, while he's doing that, I'm going to look through my that conglomeration of notes that I took from Raywind's study, and see if there's any information in there about a cube.
You do look through the notes. I don't have
sketches and everything else.
Yeah, I don't have them directly in front of me, but he did have stuff about the far realm and trying to open the portal. It does speak back to getting help from the Lich, getting help from a Beholder, getting help from creatures from the far realm, discovering power, elven mages, that kind of thing. Nothing in there that you come across so far as spoke of a cube. Cube has not come up yet in any of the notes of the papers that we found.
At this point, Jackson's gonna examine and see if the cube is mounted onto anything.
The cube.
Clairvel, it would have been nice if the spirit that spoke to you was a little less cryptic about the cube.
Yeah. Spirits are usually cryptic sons of bitches.
Cube itself is on the ground. Like we said, there's lots of different pipes and things going all around the room. Not necessarily to the cube, but below the cube and through the walls and the roof and everywhere else in this room.
Look around the actual room at this point now.
Okay. You walk the remainder of the room and you see a lot of larger pipes are coming from the north. Just get a picture here. A lot of them run vertically from the north end of the room to the south end of the room, beyond down that hallway. Some run left to right, but not as many, and they do kind of cross the cube at various areas on the roof and on the floor. At one point, I guess. The room itself, very large. The door at the back was only visible when the cube was opened. Pictures on the side of the cube, we saw that they could be lined up, but we couldn't manipulate them. We just could interact with the cane and the cube itself. There was still a bunch of different rooms down here on this level, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, different stuff.
How many other rooms are there other than the one that sealed itself back
When
up?
you first came down, there was a door to the west, a door to the south.
yeah.
You went to the south. When you went to the south, there's a 5-foot hallway with a door to the east, west, and south. You went west, and you were in the cube room.
There's another door in this room, though, isn't there?
And there's a door to the south of this room that is now closed. It was open
That was
when
it.
you... Correct.
Let me go examine the south wall.
All right, you go back to the south wall where the door was.
Mhm.
You can see the outline of it now, having recently moved.
20 perception.
Yeah,
Am I seeing any latches or pressure plates or anything that would? Because I'm assuming the rumbling of the cube opened the door.
correct.
Did it rumble something to open it? A latch, a lever, a pressure plate, indented, loose block?
Great ideas, but none of that is present, no.
Nothing at all. Can I find the outline of the door?
Yes.
Okay. Can I try to lift the door?
With what? Your hands?
Sure.
You put your hands on there, kind of give it a little tug or whatever, it doesn't budge.
Okay, so it's a heavy door.
Mm-hmm.
Any indication of any kind of pulley system that I can see at all?
No.
What is a magical opening door?
I don't know that it's magical, but it's just constructed in a way that we can't see
Correct.
the mechanism.
Not from this side, right.
Alright, I got butt against at this door. So we can double back to one of the other doors and see if it goes around to the other side of this.
Yep, Jackson's gonna quickly sketch out the images that are on the door.
Okay.
See if he can maybe sort out from the image. Sorry, not on the door.
Cube.
On the cube. See if he can maybe, looking at the images not on the cube, see if they should go in a specific order.
Okay. All right. You're going to take some time, sketch some images on the cube, and then determine where they go. So that'll take you a little while. Could work on that. What do you guys want to do in the meantime?
I got nothing.
I'm gonna go grab the window out of the door's backpack and put it on
Okay.
that door.
You can. You take the magical window and you go put it on the wall on the south. It'll look through. You see a darkened hallway beyond, and at the end of the darkened hallway, you're going to see a little glimmer of red light.
I make out what the red light is now that I'm 120 feet closer to it.
It's just red glare. Like the hallway itself goes off, and then probably veers at one point. You could just see red
Like a
light from
shimmering
something.
light?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a bend.
It's a bend. Yeah.
Does it appear to be heading down?
No, straight.
Straight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Retrieve the window and put it back in his pack.
Okay.
Or hand it back to him. So
Yep.
Put it back in his pack.
You can see it goes beyond. It clearly goes beyond.
At this point, Jackson looking over the images, gonna go ahead and share them with everyone, see if anyone can piece together from these images if there's a specific order to this, or if we would just want to try to destroy the cube at this point.
All right, you're gonna put the images together, and they don't really tell too much of a story. It's definitely not in the order of the order you encounter the creatures, but it does depict the various creatures that you've seen down here, plus a couple more you haven't seen, as well as like we said, a ship sailing among the stars, and some other objects or images that we just don't know. Maybe we haven't seen them. Maybe they just don't make sense. Whatever the case may be.
Are there any constellations pictured?
There's constellations, of course. Yes, there's little.
Do any of us recognize any of the constellations?
You would recognize the constellations as constellations seen from Ashura.
They're all from Ashura?
Well, there's only a couple, just one or two here and there to depict.
But they're all from Ashura?
Yeah, they're from Ashura, yes.
Okay.
So try to solve again or destroy the cube.
Or we could just leave the cube. We could. Well, I'm not gonna say we could always come back, but we could possibly come back if we have to destroy it.
Pick up next week.
Well, I was thinking going back down the hall and seeing what was in one of the other rooms, and then maybe we'll stop.
I think this is a good spot to call it.
It's a good spot because you're
do
contemplating.
We want to destroy it?
How are you gonna destroy it?
Well, we can think about it for another week.
Okay.
It is 12 o'clock. We can pause here.
Sure.
And pause here. All right.
All right.
Well, think about it. You got the rest of the week. Talk with May, fill her in on the details, and see what everybody wants to do. We'll pick up there next week in the room at the cube, and we'll make our choices and go forward from there.
Okay. What do we want to do with our humble audience?
Oh, where do you want to go?
We want to do Dungeons and Dragons, or we want to go to one of our people we watch?
I would do D&D.
All right, let's see who's on. We have B-Dub and Blue is on. Up here. Let me give this a refresh and see what we're doing. So.
All right, guys, thanks for coming out.
And let them know when we're starting next week.
Yeah, we'll be next Sunday again, 9 to 12. We'll have the game again. Thanks for coming out, guys. If you got to take off, feel free to do so. Thank you for playing, and we'll do a raid here on Twitch to another D&D player. If anybody wants to continue watching D&D tonight, if anybody's here, come watch somebody else play some D&D, and hopefully, yeah, we'll get another. I got a guy who's interested who might want to try out. I might guest him in after this, just for a thing or so, for fun. He's a nice guy. That Revs, he said he has some interest. He's a friendly, outgoing guy. So we'll try him.
Well, you want to go? You want to go see Passive Perception?
Passive up? Where's Raid?
Passive is up. Yeah, they are.
Passive's always up. I love that.
They'll be on for a while. They're doing Icewind Dale as usual.
All right. Okay, we're gonna do that.
Almost tradition at this point to go over to them.
I know, eh? Well, they got such a good game, and we can watch it all night. They go for hours.
Yeah. Plus, we can make sure you make them hydrate. Everyone. Make
them hydrate the hell out of themselves.
We'll figure out what's going on for tomorrow night on the different channels and see what's going on. Are you streaming again, Jackson?
I am starting to get back into that. I need to reinstall Streamlabs on this computer.
Cool.
I should be starting that up soon.
Well, I threw up a shout out for you there too.
Yeah.
Did see that? Yes, I did appreciate that.
Good, man. That's awesome. Come check everybody out. We stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. UPM Gaming, Keldane 5, and Jackson. What's the name of Jackson's show?
Nintendo Support with a 1 instead of an I.
Nice. There we go. We'll all get into streaming there, and yeah, we'll have a lot more stuff coming in the future. So, thank you guys. I'll run the movie. I'll mute us, run the movie, and we'll come back. Anybody coming back? I'll see you in a minute.
Good night.
All right.
Have a good night, man. See you.
See you, Drake.
All right. Movie time. See you, boys.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, and no one is is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pearl moon.
People's minds. Usually